Reaction to my tag. Yep, that's right. It's me, Renee. I'm back. So right now, I decided to do the ultimate Gilmore Girls tag. This one is based more on TV series and it's not connected to books. It's just like talking about how you feel about the TV series, which I felt like during this Gilmore Girls readathon would be fun tag to do really. And anyway, it's a fun tag to do. So it's appropriate to do it now, which I am. Okay, and I'm just gonna get into it. Why not? How did you discover the show? Well, I can't really remember. I just can't remember it being on in the background, or wasn't in the background, but like it was always on TV. I'm 27, so I was like growing up, or I was early teens in the 2000s. Or I was 8, like in 2000 I was 8, and then I became older into the teens and etc etc. So I kind of ish grew up with the show. Um, I don't really remember watching season 1 and 2 like live. I probably didn't. I don't think I did. But I do just kind of semi remember. I don't really remember how I like discovered it. How I like when or which episode I thought like Gilmore Girls the bomb. I just can't remember that when I was like, I think maybe 13, 14. If people that ask me, what is your favorite series? I would say Gilmore Girls. Or at least one of them. So by that time, I've become a fan of, like, I've started sitting down and watching the season when it was all airing, and yeah. And I remember watching season 6 live, and I also remember watching season 5 live, and I remember both of those. I remember like watching season 5, really rooting for and really loving the Luke and Lorelai relationship, and also loving the lead up to that in the end of season 4. So I'm thinking that I have had probably watched that many reruns from that long a time that I was really into Luke and Lorelai. I just I don't really have any many memories attached to season 1 and 2 and 3, like watching them live. I just kind of saw them. So how did I discover it? I'm not sure. I just did. I don't really remember like discovering moment or first episode or anything like that really. Can't say I do. I can say actually that I did recently. Yeah, recently, a year or two ago, actually kind of wanted to see the whole series from the start, and then I saw it on Netflix, and I clicked on episode 1. I thought, huh, how do I seen this? So I kind of think I've always like started like walked into episode 1, but I walked into season 1, but like started watching it around episode 7 or something, because that's when I remember like, oh yeah, I remember seeing this one lots of times. But I don't really remember seeing episode 1 of season 1 that many times. That's kind of like a newer episode for me, really. So, fun fact. Haven't we seen season 1 or episode 1 or 2 that many times, really? There's that. But I do remember, like, Max Mandina, I remember, like, lots. Like, I remember him like, fondly. So he's love interest I really remember, like, from watching him not online, but like watching him early on, and yeah. Moving on. I can't be too rambly on stuff. Like, can, but like, I'm gonna try to move on now. Do you own a collection? No, I don't, because here in Norway, Gilmore Girls has kind of always been uh, on reruns, so I never really felt like I need to own it, because there's kind of always been a rerun on a television channel of Gilmore Girls. Some weeks you can actually click on one TV channel and watch season 2, episode 5, and then maybe it was kind of fun. 2 hours later on another TV channel, they were airing season 4, episode 3. So like yeah, like Gilmore Girls at different channels at the same time, just different seasons. So it's kind of fun. So no, I don't really own it. Uh, will I? I don't know. Maybe not now that it's on Netflix. I might, but it's not like all the seasons are as good. So I don't really think I would want to own all of the seasons. And yeah, moving on. What's your favorite season? I'm thinking, and this might be controversial-ish, but for me, I kind of think actually it's actually season 5 because of the Luke and Lorelai stuff. Because I love Luke and I love Luke and Lorelai together, and because you have all that stuff at the beginning of the season, that I really like season 5. Yeah, you have the Rory and Dean stuff. It's like not that good really. And then you have the Rory and Logan stuff. Logan! Um, so I can't really say I like the Rory stuff on season 5 that much. But I do like the Lorelai stuff in season 5. So, and that weighs up for me. So, yeah, I think it's season 5. And I'm just gonna cheat and say parts of season 4, the last of season 4, because when you have the lead up to season 5 and raincoats and recipes, those are really like the last episode of season 4, last few episodes of season 4 are so good. I really like them. Yeah. And then least favorite season, I kind of think it's season 1. Even though it's the start of this whole shebang, so you kind of, I suppose you have to say you like season 1, but I don't really think I like it that much because I feel like the show hadn't really uh, gotten its groove yet. So it's kind of quirky and it was just kind of quirky, like it didn't really fit together like with each other yet. Um, but at the same time, maybe not season 1. No, sorry, actually, season 2, and maybe I could say season 3. Yeah, now I'm doing it again, cheating. But what reason why I'm saying season 2 and 3? Guess 3 times. It starts with J, ends with S. I don't like Jess. No, don't like him. And I kind of always will skip over him really. And also like, yeah, I suppose like, even though I love Gilmore Girls and I really like, there's like an episode in more or less all the seasons that I like. I think for me, Gilmore Girls kind of starts with season 4. Like when I do a rewatch, I often start at season 4. That's kind of like where I feel like it's really good, and I really like the jail period, the Yale period of her time or of her life, and yeah. So yeah, I don't really like the early seasons that much. They're good, but not that good. Yeah, favorite episode? Really? You asked me for my favorite episode? That's impossible to answer. Impossible. But then again, raincoat and recipes because of the Luke and Lorelai stuff. And then you have very fun opening of the inn. So I'm thinking maybe that one, maybe that one. But yeah, if you have a holding a gun to my head, wrinkles and recipes. Favorite character? Yeah. Again, this is mean. There's so many good characters, and all the different reasons as well. Like Luke is so he's like shy, but well, he's not shy, but he's reserved in a way. Well, okay, he's grumpy. He's grumpy, the same as shy. No, it's not. No. He's like a grumpy, lovable character, and you kind of have to like him. At least I really do. Then you have Lorelai. Really like her energy and her. I really like her like energy and persona and stuff. I can relate to Rory because I love to read. She loves to read. Favorite character? It's impossible. I'm not gonna answer that. Too hard to pick. I won't pick. Won't do it. I won't do it. Least favorite character. Jess. Just. Even though in later seasons he becomes less of an obnoxious dickhead, he's still Jess. So yeah, Jess. That's all I want to say. Dave or Zach? Dave. Even though I don't hate Zach the way some people do, I suppose yeah, I still like Dave better. I do. Like Zach is nice eye candy, but Dave has the brain as well as eye candy. So yeah. Luke or Chris? Luke. Dean or Jess? Neither, but Dean. He's not awful, but he's not great, but he's better than Jess. Lorelai or Rory? Um, I'm not sure. Like aspects of Rory, I really relate to her reading and her reservedness, but at the same time, maybe in some ways, Lorelai because she has more energy. And I really relate to that as well. A mix of them both. I'm not gonna choose between those two. I'm not doing it. No, no. Yeah. Do you think Lorelai overreacted with her parents? Like when she argued with them all the time and etc. etc. I wouldn't really say so. Like all the times when I rewatch the series, I was like think, Emily, Richard, you're being asshats. Why are you being stupid? Why? Sometimes I understand them a bit, but not that much. So yeah, I kind of agree with Lorelai most of the part. I suppose she overreacts slightly, but not very much. I would say like she could yell at people at them, but maybe not yell so loudly. But yeah, and also I suppose I really understand it because she tries like well, even though she doesn't try like uh, she yells at them, but they don't try to understand her, so it's just yelling against yelling. Like if they would be more understanding, I would understand people thinking she overreacted. But why would you be understanding to people who don't understand you or don't try to understand you? It's kind of get that with it. I do get that. And Richard overreacts. Yes, they did. They did a lot of times. Oh, at least I think so. I think they really did. Whose side in the Rory and Lorelai fight were you on? You know, at the end of season 5 and season 6. Well, if you're watching this video, you probably know that Gilmore Girls storyline. And if you don't, spoiler! They had a big fight in season 6. Uh, I would say Lorelai. I actually, story time. I actually remember watching season 5 last episode. Yeah, it's the last episode of season 5. Next to last. No, last episode. I'm gonna have to check it in Dublu and tell you what it is. But the moment when Rory tells Lorelai she's quitting Yale because she needs a break and time off and stuff, I was like, what? Because I actually remember seeing that live. I was like, so shocked, so shocked. But I kind of always felt like, because I kind of also thought, well, yeah, Rory, you have a point. You always were working against Harvard, and then you end up going to Yale. So I kind of like get this this way of thinking in a way, but like I kind of thought that maybe she would end up taking a break of, I don't know, half a year, a few months, and then maybe transfer to Harvard. I really kind of hope that will happen. I think that would be fun to see her in Harvard, to move her environment. And it's not like Harvard would be that impossible. I mean, they did the trip to Harvard in season 3, and Harvard's close to Stachel Hollow as well, so I kind of think that would be fun to see you do Harvard for a season or two. Well, for a semester or two or something. I suppose you could like have go to a semester of Harvard and then decide no, she wants to go back to Yale. But yeah. So yeah, I would say Lorelai. Even though I'm not that much in Lorelai's sense, in like she was so against Rory taking a break. Like I think taking a break is fine. And like, yeah, uh, I think there Lola actually overreacted. Like, he was like, "Oh, you can't take a break." I actually took a break from studies myself. I started, took one semester when I was 20, and then I just realized, no, I can't. I'm just too tired of just sitting at the school desk, too tired. So I tried to get a job and did that for half a year. Didn't find a job, but I did end up like taking half a year off, and then I ended up taking a English course for the next school year, and that I really liked. So yeah, I actually had a time off between studies really. Yeah, it was I went to different. Well, no, I didn't go to different school. Went to different major after, but still, I took time away from academia. But I still went back to it. I still did it. And like after English year, I went and took a degree. So like taking time off, it's not that big of a deal, Lorelai. So yeah, moving on. Mrs. Kim or Taylor in a fight? Who would you like? Who would you rather be in a fight with? I suppose Pence. I think I think maybe Taylor because I could kind of like tuning out, but just kind of and tune in high halfway in and like think, oh, Taylor, you're kind of absurd if you like think about it, take a step back and just think about what he's saying and arguing. Taylor's always or often very absurd, and he's just very stubborn. And I think it can be very entertaining to just look at him and just kind of Taylor, are you for real? So yeah, I think Taylor. Would you? Yeah, I need to write down these prompts better. Um, okay, I'm gonna check this out. What it's. Okay, so I just took it out. The question is, who would spread the fastest rumor, Babette or Miss Patty? Um, maybe Miss Patty because she does has a dancing studio, so she knows both the kids, but she also knows the moms of the kids, so she can spread a rumor through the moms, through the kids. She's always around town doing stuff. She's talking to Taylor often. She talks to everyone. Beth does as well, but maybe Beth is a slightly more at home with Maury, enjoying his sexual appeal. I'm kind of thinking because they seem to have fun, very nice marriage, really. So I'm thinking Babette. Also, I'm sorry, Miss Patty. I'm thinking Miss Patty. So yeah, Miss Patty will spread a rumor the fastest. Is what I'm saying. Next question: do you dislike April? No, honestly, I don't really. Like when I was when I was younger, when I was watching Gilmore Girls, I was actually really happy seeing April because she was my age. And the actor is really my age as well. So that's really fun to see someone my age on my favorite show. And I always found her enjoyable. I always liked April. I always liked her. I don't really see why people don't like her. Like, yeah, I get that they don't like the idea of her, but like the character of April, I don't really think there's anything wrong with the April and Nardini. Not telling Luke about April. That's some messed up stuff. But April herself, she's a funny character. I really liked her. I suppose, yeah, you could nitpick and say like she's a small Rory, like she's good at school and stuff and shy and stuff, but like, yeah, it's just a bad problem having more Rorys in the world. I suppose you could say yes, but I don't really think so. So yeah, I like April, and that's that really. I didn't think she had that much to do in the revival, and I kind of would like to see more of her. But yeah, how excited are you for the revival? This tag, I think, probably came around the revival time, like before revival was out in the world. So yeah, I was actually really excited for revival. I was really excited for it. I have to see Voss because it's in the past now. Came out already. It's already in the ether. But yeah, I actually saw a revival with some friends of mine in their house, in their apartment, and then some other friends. We had all the American Candy, and we watched it all in one sitting. So we went there on the weekend when it was released and just played, click played, and I just saw everything. So yeah, we stopped at like 3 in the morning actually because that's when it stopped in Norway, like when the time how it worked. So we were a bit tired, but we were happy. Well, happy-ish. I was a bit confused by ending, and one of my friends were as well. And the revival actually didn't like it that much. Like it was fun, but I kind of felt I was missing something. I felt like I want to say the way it was filmed, it didn't like feel Stars Hollowy. I don't know. And I felt like all of the plot lines, which you all know, like if you paid attention, I didn't like how Rory ignored her boyfriend. Everyone forgot her boyfriend. It was a weird thing to do. How Rory never had a job, like, or it was fine she didn't really have a job during the revival because it was fun to see like everything wasn't that easy for her. But like they didn't really tell us that much what happened between season 7 and the revival. Like, yeah, she had one article in New Yorker, and except that, she's just written lots of things freelance. Like, I think giving more detail on that would be fun. I didn't really like either that Luke and Lorelai didn't resolve if they're gonna have kids or not. Like, it was talked about and then just kind of dropped. Like, okay. And then how their wedding, like, I like the wedding, but I kind of hoped it'd be like bigger. It was fun the way it was, but I kind of felt like the way I kind of hoped like they maybe at least do 2 weddings. And I didn't really like the life and death brigade stuff. So yeah, I have the same gripes as a lot of stuff really, as a lot of people really. Yeah, the usual gripes really. Uh, so yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be open to. Well, I'm kind of crazy because I kind of want a new revival, even though I didn't like the one that we had. Because I'm thinking like, well, if she's doing another one, she can't mess it up again, can she? HB, I suppose she can, but kind of cross my fingers maybe. But yeah, that's a bit of my thoughts on that really. Question next, because numbers, and I didn't number the first ones or the other ones. If you could have dinner with any cast member, who and what? Who would it be, and what would you ask them? I think it maybe Lauren Graham because she played Lorelai, and she was one of my favorite characters. Because Lorelai also, well, because Lauren also wrote the Someday, Someday Maybe, a really good book. Yeah, I'll maybe talk to her about writing books. That would be fun. her love for reading. She writes in her talking as fast as she can that she loves to read. So I'm thinking maybe her. I think she would be fun to have at dinner party. Really, dinner party. I think so. Well, we'll just have dinner with. Last question. How do you want it to end? Well, it's already ended. Oh, is it ended? I suppose you could always like make more. So yeah, I think it's kind of difficult because I think like some shows are kind of easier to end than others. Like if you look at stuff like I don't know, like Game of Thrones, the ending was uh who was sitting on Iron Throne. So you have like a goal in sight. If you see at the if you can like look at for example maybe you can see at just uh blanking on stuff. Yeah, like Merlin. The ending is when the prophecy is fulfilled. But like I kind of feel like Gilmore Girls, like where you have like a family related series. There's not really a specific place where you can stop. Really, like you can go on forever, really, and just make more. Or in a way, like stop in a way. I kind of where they are. Like sometimes I think about how weird it was. I think in a way that people argue that they wanted more after season 7. Like, well, yes and no. I mean, it was about Rory and Lorelai and their relationship to each other. And Rory had finished high school and college, uh, so now she would be out in the world as a working person. I don't really think that dynamic would work that much anymore. I suppose you could do make her do a post grad. That could happen. So more school, but yeah. But other than that, I mean, I felt like season 7 was a natural ending point. Really, season 7 in itself wasn't that good, but it wasn't actually that awful. Like I don't hate season 7 actually. But like ending it with her last college year, I really like that. I suppose I could have like maybe seen season 8 and seen like how her first year out and about in the world would be. Can be fun. But I think that will maybe more feel like a TV or maybe 1 2 episodes, like a smaller season. So yeah, how would I want the series to end? I don't know. It's a difficult question. Maybe with Babette and Miss Patty um, spreading a rumor, like just ended with like someone else. Or how should I answer how I wanted to end for the protagonist or for how I want the series to end as a whole? Because I kind of I still want Luke and Lorelai to actually to have a kid together. I kind of want them to have a kid together. I know, yeah, she's more or less 50, like both the character and Lauren Graham, but it happens. I have a headcanon actually adopts. Thinking that could happen because you don't have to think about all the problems with biology. You can just adopt. That's easier. I mean, that's doable at least. So I think that will be fun in a way. So maybe it ended with her signing an adoption paper. That would be fun. Uh, I will like seeing Rory more stable in a job, like and ended with her having no job at all, having a job written the book. My God, the book. I hate the book. I didn't like the book at all. It's a trope where people in TV series or sometimes books as well, where they write about what the story is. Like it's kind of too meta for me. And also, like for example, in One Tree Hill, Lucas always on about how he loves book, he loves classics, and etc. etc. And then he just ends up writing his own story and call it fiction. Well, that's so unoriginal, so boring, so dull. don't like it. But yeah, I wanted to end with Miss Patty talking about the town. I want Luke and Lorelai to have a kid together, and Rory to have a stable job. That's it, more or less. I actually kind of want to see Marty back, to see Marty again. I can actually, of all the people, like Rory was in like a semi relationship thing was well, she never was with Marty, but like potentially, I liked Marty the best actually. I love Marty the best. Marty's the best. I love him. He's he's my Gilmore guy. He's my Gilmore guy. So yeah. There's that long tag. It is this many questions in the tag. And I suppose I could talk less, but like you know me, I talk a lot, and it's Gilmore Girls. How can I not talk a lot? I can't. That's impossible. So yeah, that was the ultimate Gilmore Girls tag. I hope you liked it, and I'm probably gonna post this now, tomorrow, now, soonish anyway. And yeah, Renee out.